This is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best mods you could possibly get for the Devastator. We're going to cover a couple of mods that are going to be focusing on different skills, and these are the best ones I found to be very effective for mostly every single playstyle. We're going to primarily focus on the major skills that are being used right now when running the Devastator. Not so much the ones that are being underutilized, but the ones that are going to be holding your build together. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So if all this sounds like something you're definitely interested, a like would be greatly appreciated. Now let's take a look at one of the best mods. A quick reference point though, guys, if you want to know what are the best weapon mods, I did upload a video earlier today, so definitely stop by and check that out. Really helpful, really informative. So let's take a look at the mods. So we're not going to go over the Endless Mass due to the fact that not a lot of people are using Endless Mass at the current moment. I am working on a build, but right now it is not like a super optimal, you need to have Endless Mass. We're going to be focusing on Earthquake, Golem, Gravity Leap, and also the Impale. So those are the main ones we're going to cover. Now let's start off with the first one. This is definitely a #1 priority, Blood Shock. Earthquake inflicts bleed on enemy damage by the skill. Really important. So you theoretically, all these mods that we're taking a look right now in tier 1, you should be getting off blues and up. So make sure you guys keep your eyes open and peeled for when these mods actually drop for you guys. Bloodshock is definitely a top tier priority. Even though it's a level 1, it is top tier. Definitely in my book, and I think for a lot of people that play Devastator, Bloodshock is definitely needed. The next one is Extra Quake, another top tier mod because this is going to give you an additional quake, so an additional earthquake strike. This is extremely important. This makes speed runs go super fast and helps you, clear those late end stages like CT15s. Really important. Extra Quake is definitely a mod you need to be looking out for. Once again, this will drop from blue mods and up. Basically anything from tier 1 and up, from tier 1 will drop in blue mods. The next one we're going to have right here, this one is needed but not extremely important, Ground Crush. The other one we're going to be going heal per kill, also another one that's not really needed. Armor Boost, another one that's not really needed. This one right here, Earthquake Legacy. Now this one right here is a top priority because this one's going to increase the skill range by 60%. Now you're probably wondering, that is a wasted mod. You really don't need to increase it that much. Trust me guys, when I tell you guys, this is by far one of the best ones to have, especially for endgame content, because it's going to allow you to kill multiple ads very long distance behind walls, behind cover. Really important. Definitely one that's top tier priority here. This one right here. And last but not least, guys, we have Panzer Drain. This is not mostly needed. Now, as far as the Golem ones, we have Perseverance. This is a top tier mod. Definitely one that I highly recommend. If you plan on running Golem, you're going to want to make sure you increase the duration because the longer you're in Golem, the more benefits you're able to get. That's based on your skills. Depending on how you build your character and what skill nodes you go with, it's going to be very helpful if you guys are rocking this one. The next one we're taking a look at is called Bleeding Impulse. This is a really good one to have. Definitely top tier. The reason why is because if there's no other way that you're able to apply bleed, and as you guys know right now with the Devastator, bleed is king. If you can't apply bleed, there's a very effective way to actually apply it. Every time you're under the Golem effect, it's going to be pulsating a bleed, and enemies that are within 10 meters are going to be able to get that bleed status effect. So really good to have right here. All right, now for the Gravity Leap, guys, we're just going to be looking at Bloody Crush. This is going to give you inflict bleed on enemies damaged by the skill. Really important. Another one that I probably want to throw in here is Human Comet, which is going to increase the skill damage by 1029k plus damage. It's really important to have a lot of damage when you actually get that initial hit. So if you're going for like a Superman build, this is definitely one that you have to have in your arsenal. All right, so now for Impale, guys. For Impale, we're going to go with Vlad's Grasp. This is extremely important because the range right now on Impale is not that effective, and this one's actually pretty good, which is going to increase the skill range by 25%. Really important. That's going to allow you to be able to hit people a little bit further out. The next one is Impaler. This is going to allow you to actually have the skill be activated more than one time before triggering a cooldown. So the more impales you have, the more damage you're able to do, because this one, remember, does do damage every time you hit them with an impale. It also applied bleed, and you get a lot of benefits from impale. So this is definitely a must if you guys are planning to have multiple impales coming your way. This one's another really important one called Rivers of Blood. Impale increases the skill damage by 50% to enemies inflicted by bleed. Since theoretically your first impale is going to do bleed, or if you're running Earthquake and you apply bleed and then you hit them with this one, it does really good damage. It really stacks up. Rivers of Blood is really important if you're running an impale build. So I highly recommend you guys definitely keep an eye out for those blues that drop with this one. Next one is called Sharpened Spikes. This is gonna the skill is gonna deal 129k plus damage when you hit someone. Really important, especially paired with this one, guys, where you get that 50% extra damage. That's gonna kick it up almost to 170k damage. Really important here. The last one I want to do is Spike Forest. The skills can strike one additional target, and those are the ones we're gonna go for the tier 1. Now, of course, you guys should already know for tier 2 we have no armor inventory, but we do have in tier 3. Now for tier 3, there's actually some really good ones. Not all of them are amazing, but some of them are actually pretty good. So we have Second Quake. Second Quake gives you the ultimate godly thing when running Earthquake mod, and that is being able to have 3 of them at the same time. So Second Quake is definitely a top tier in my book. And you know, this, you're gonna notice if you run 2 and then you run 3 and then you kind of try the difference after just running 3 and then going back to 2, you're gonna notice how you missed that initial one, man. It hurts really hard when you just have 2, but when you get 3, man, it is amazing. And Second Quake is definitely need to be added. Now, the other one you want to run is called Golem Squad. Now, this one in particular is going to be beneficial, especially if you're playing with other people. And it's also beneficial for you. Increase the skill duration by 20% and cast a 25% short version of Golem on your allies. This is really important. I wanted to mention this because not everybody runs solo. So if you're running with a team, it's really cool because not only can you extend the duration of Golem, but you're also able to give Golem to your teammates, which is really cool. Solo, not so much, but definitely if you're playing with a team, it is a top tier. The next one we're going to be talking about is called Double Jump. Gravity Leap skill can be used twice before triggering the cooldown. Really important, really effective. This is actually really dope because when you Gravity Leap and you hit someone, it gives you a buff. And that buff gives you more weapon damage. So the more you're able to trigger that, the more it's better for you and for your allies, for your teammates. Definitely Double Jump is one that you definitely got to put into your arsenal if you don't have it already. The next one is called Despair. Now, this one that hasn't gotten too much like really good reputation, but I tested running without this and running with it. It's actually really good. Basically, what this is going to do, it's going to hit enemies with a radius of Gravity Leap. It's going to receive 1.5 times more anomaly damage for 5 seconds. That's actually pretty powerful, especially paired with a Fortress mod. This is going to be doing a ton of damage. If you don't know what a Fortress mod is, definitely check out my video where I cover the best weapon mods. And that's going to give you really good hit and really good damage for that ability. And next we have Ultimate Impaler. The skill can be activated 2 more times before triggering a cooldown. This is actually pretty good because you can actually get these impales all the way up to 4 to stack up to 4 times. So it's actually really cool. I'll have an impale build coming really shortly. So you're definitely going to want to make sure you check that out whenever that comes out. We're just going to be mostly utilizing Impaler. The only thing with Impaler, it has a very, I wouldn't say a long cooldown, but it's not as fast as Earthquake. That's why it's not that top tier, but it's really good to inflict damage and get bonus damage from it. And last but not least, guys, is Palisade. The skill can strike 2 additional targets. This is going to be really important because, you know, what's better than having 4 impales and actually multiplying that by 8, because you're going to be able to strike additional targets as well. So really effective, really good. Overall, in general, guys, those are the best kind of right now gear mods that you need to be looking out for whenever you get blues or purples for your Devastator class. Like I said, I didn't go into Endless Mass and didn't go into Tremor because these are not being utilized that much as far as you being able to get benefits from them, even though some do seem pretty good. But right now, that is not like the main meta, so I kind of omitted them from the video. But if you guys would like me to make an updated video on this and go over each individual one that are, you know, covering even the ones that are being underutilized, let me know in the comment section down below. We'll be more than happy to put that together for you guys. Highly recommend you guys check out the weapon mods one, though. That's really informative, really helpful. If you guys want to know what are the best ones to apply to your weapons, I do hope you guys are enjoying our Outriders coverage. If you are, do me the huge favor, guys, drop a like, drop a comment, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you guys won't miss when we go live or when our videos get uploaded. Check out the other 2 videos that are popping up right now on the screen. Really good, really informative. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.